you guys have been doing some shopping, and we're calling this sort of charity decor, right? Where'd you go shopping?
Well, you know what? We're very, very fancy, Tracy.
Yes,
okay,
you
know, we like
are.
to shop in the finest stores to bring you cutting-edge, modern design that's going to transform your space. And we've got two great looks that will totally rock out your powder room. But you know, I did say we were fancy. You know, were we up in Yorkville? You know, did we go to LA? No.
We went right down to the Habitat for Humanity Restore, and for $100 each, we found this vanity and the sink. You know, we've got two of them, so we're going to talk two different looks, but literally $100. Now, this is a Philips Stark Duravit sink that would normally cost $750. The framework would be another $1,200. So there's 1,200.
That's how they came in the Restore.
Do you know? Yeah, literally.
So
from the Restore.
a $750 sink. Which you bought for $100.
Including the base, including the base.
So you had the eyes. So
yeah,
you knew you were looking for a gem, you found your gem, you took your gem, and look at what you've created with that.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, two very different looks. I mean, if you want to have a look, I think we've got a picture of the sinks as we found them in the store.
We just saw it.
Exactly. You know, two very different looks. Okay, so I think it's important that when you find your treasure, you think, you know, what are we going to do with it? You know, and you can do so many things. I mean, the first look here is that kind of urban cottage kind of vibe going on.
Look at this. Like the reclaimed wood.
Beautiful. Again, see, this is reclaimed. This is by from Barnboard Store.
www.barnboardstore.com.
You know, and again, it's tying in with the whole reclamation thing, you know, because the sink's obviously been discarded. And it's just actually about giving us some texture. You know, I think if you have something smooth, like this beautiful stone, like the steel there as well, if you add a texture to it, it just gives your room an extra dimension.
We're all completely obsessed, Tracy, with being as creative as we possibly can. We're going to talk about those lamps later on and show you exactly how we actually achieved those. But those started off life as something very different to the lovely antler effect lights that they are. So that's one look.
Those are so cool.
Aren't they
that's
cool?
actually one of the first things I noticed when I looked at this vignette, and also the mirror, because that's a very small detail there. You putting the rope around the mirror.
We'll show you how to do that later on as well. Really simple stuff. We always try and make our projects as followable and as easy for everybody to do, so you don't have to stress out. You can make something really fabulous.
That's right, and you don't have to break the bank.
You don't need to break the bank. That's always our measure.
It's exactly that.
So I like the whole color theme. And is this actually a towel that you're using here for the mat?
No, that's actually no, it's not. You know, come on. I know we're on a budget.
I thought that was a stylist secret. Sorry, it looked like a towel.
No, that actually is a bath mat. You know, it's from IKEA. And I think again, you know, if you've got like a banding, like the big stripes of the timber here, and you use that as a design motif, you can make design so easy for yourself.
Right.
You know, so pick up on the stripe idea, the stripes on the towels here, stripes on the floor there, and then just to really tie in with that whole escapist cabin look. You know, if you can get like ceramics from HomeSense here with little kind of leaf, little kind of twig details, again, it just gives the whole thing continuity. And it's not about spending money. This is all about spending time to get it right.
And spending the time.
Exactly. And it's all environmental. You know, this is a classic case of using something that's got a little bit of history. This is classic barn board that's literally been taken off decommissioned barns, taken back to the factory by the barn store guys, and sanded down, given a slight waxing, and then you can use that in a huge application. That could be a brilliant bed head. You could use it in a small area in a washroom. Do a whole. We're actually about to do our cottage, and we're going to do an entire basement clad in this stuff. So think about reusing. It's all about environment.
I'm coming up. This is beautiful. Looks very rustic, but also very chic. Absolutely love it. For those who don't know, come on over to this next vignette. The Habitat Restore is a place where you go. People donate.
That's correct.
Their goods. You can get whole cabinets there. You can get sinks there. You can get good pieces of furniture at a really good discount price. So if you are going through a renovation, it is worth looking up your local Habitat Restore and sending it there whole as much as you can.
I mean, let's be honest, Canada is a brilliantly strong country at the moment, and the property market hasn't dipped like it has in America. So a lot of people are still renovating, and because of that, people renovate. All the rich people renovate, and then they renovate again a couple of years later.
Yes.
So you can go into Habitat for Humanity.
Those rich people, how are they doing? I know.
Give us your lovely things.
We saw.
It's great.
When we were in there getting these units, we saw sub-zero sinks that are worth several $1,000s for $800 a piece, and they were literally brand new condition.
Amazing. Okay, so this so markedly different from the other bathroom. It's sunny and fresh and citrusy. I love the lemon yellow, and I love just how happy the feeling is. So same sink, but very different look.
Same same frame as well, you know, only this time we've actually masked off the stone, spray painted the base white, because we wanted to get rid of the steel, you know, and it is about sunshine, this, you know, so I think the starting point is obviously that dominant yellow, which is just brilliant, isn't it? It's instant sunshine in your face.
It is.
You know, and I think we all want that feel, you know, when you look gorgeous in your bathroom mirror. And you always look
I'm still waiting for that day.
That very rarely happens if you have bad lighting, but the paint can really help. It reflects this radiance.
Illuminate your face, you know. And I think if you're going to use a bold colour like this, you know, don't paint everywhere with it. You know, we've actually broken it up. There's a decorative feature there that's been achieved, you know, in a really inexpensive way with some lay-on timber, and we've painted half of it white. You know, so you break up the yellow, you know, and it kind of recedes into the background.
And again, Tracy, this is something that's not going to cost a fortune. This is simply made from dado rail, which we've cut to size, as you can see along this line here, then a smaller line of 1 inch thick, ½ centimetre wide panelling strips, which are just a couple of bucks a metre, you know. Shove them on there, nail them up, and then a coat of paint, and all of a sudden you've given your room a little bit of an extra feature. We always say adding features adds value. And then a final tip, the mirrors up here, these are $1.99 a piece in IKEA. Simple little mirrors, okay? Why use one when you can use a whole load together? And we've added a bit of extra three-dimensionality just as part of our project here by laying on 2, 4, 6, 8, as you can see, and then laying on the further layers at top. You can go to town, you know, make it scale your project. That's the good thing about this, it's so adaptable. You can really work with basic by pieces and give them a real city line edge.
Really good idea. I love when you take those low budget things and you put them up with multiples and they have big impact, and that you use these.
We love it. Get in your hair, look at that.
Is this dollar store?
Well, I'm afraid it is.
Is it? Oh, I love it. What are you talking about? It's my favorite store.
Yeah, we're never out of there.
I love it. You can get everything there. Okay, more coming up from Colin and Justin and much more on the show.